Good evening. I call to order the meeting of the Design Review Board. Today's date is Monday, February 27th, 2023. Should we do a roll call, Matt?
Slobodjan's excused. Rashid.
Present.
Stiniker.
Present.
Salzer.
Here.
Hoff is excused. Tibbet.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
And Inskeep is excused.
All right. Secretary's report, consideration of the January 23rd, 2023 meeting minutes. Are there any changes or corrections? Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Do we have a second? All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion passes. No old business. New business, case DR 2302, request for design approval, CD Downtown Zoning District, installation of a wall sign at 330 Main Street, Quad City Custom Signs petitioner.
Okay, so there's a new clothing store that's opening up on the corner of 4th Street in Maine, just across from the library. They'll be in that corner tenant space on the ground floor. So this is the previous downtown deli location. So the new business, MV Vintage Clothing, is proposing a 32 square foot non-illuminated wall sign. The material is aluminum composite panel, and then the lettering will be in a calligraphy style print, and that'll be a vinyl digital print. So on the left, you have that former downtown deli where their sign was, and then the new proposed location and sign. So it'll be just above their main entrance. So staff are recommending that the case be approved in accordance with the submitted work write-up and materials.
You have anything to add?
Sorry?
You have anything to add?
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Do you want to do a roll call vote?
Yep. Stiniker?
Yes.
Salzer?
Yes.
Tibbet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
And Rashid?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Case DR 2303, request for design approval, CD Downtown Zoning District, installation of a projecting sign at 210 East 2nd Street, Quad City Custom Signs.
All right, so Oso Suite is moving to the Urbane 210 building. This is on 2nd Street in the new apartment complex building. So they're proposing a projecting wall sign. It's 36 inches in diameter, so approximately about 7 square feet in area. It will be placed a minimum of 8 feet above sidewalk grade. The framing is a black powder-coated steel frame. It'll have a vinyl center blade with a white background, and then the text Oso Suite in navy blue and pink. This sign's also non-illuminated. So this photo shows the proposed location, which is near the main entrance to the new bakery. So city staff is recommending that the case be approved in accordance with the submitted work write-up and materials.
Anything to add on this one? No? Any questions, comments from the board? It's a nice looking sign.
Move to approve.
Second.
Tibbet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Rashid?
Yes.
Stiniker?
Yes.
Salzer?
Yes. All right, motion passes. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Case DR 2304, request for design approval, CD Downtown Zoning District, installation of a projecting sign at 226 West 3rd Street, Printing Plus Signs Incorporated, petitioner.
All right, so this request is for a new sport bar and lounge going in on West 3rd Street between Harrison and Main. Again, it's a projecting sign, 36 inches by 36 inches. and it will protrude from the building. Zoning ordinance requires a minimum of 8 feet vertical clearance above the sidewalk grade. And then this photo on the right shows the proposed location. It'll not be illuminated. It's a aluminum panel with a black aluminum frame. So staff is also recommending that this case be approved in accordance with the submitted work write-up and materials.
Is there anyone here from Printing Plus? Do you want to add anything, or? No?
No.
Any questions or comments from the board?
Move to approve?
Second.
Martin,
Yes.
Rashid,
Yes.
Stiniker,
Yes.
Salzer,
Yes.
Tibbet,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thanks for coming down. All right, case DR 2305, request for design review, CR Village of East Davenport zoning district, installation of an exterior staircase and trellis at 1117 Mount Street, Streamline Architects, petitioner on behalf of Kelsey Siebert.
Okay, so last summer, the board approved a concept plan for a new bar at the former 1117 location. So new bar is opened up called Kelso's Corner Bar. That image on the left shows the new siding and roof that's been completed. So the applicant's returning, they're going to modify 2 components of the previous concept plan. The first being the exterior staircase on the south side along the alley. So that photo on the left shows the approved staircase design, which was a black, kind of your average staircase that projects downwards. And they're proposing a black metal spiral staircase. So that area up top is a storage area. I think they could have a DJ kind of perform up there as well on the interior of the building. Okay, strike that, never mind. It's just like a storage area. So this is what it looks like
I was
from,
gonna say, how's that
Is that just a
gonna
frame?
happen?
Did you just want that, Matt, secretly?
I think I did. Okay, so there's the view from the alley side. So it provides more patio space on the exterior. And then the second component, so this image shows the outdoor patio area just to the north of the building. Currently, it's a vacant lot, it's green space. So the applicant's proposing to relocate those white trellis pergola closer to the existing bar. So this is the proposed look. It's a white composite material, same material that was approved before, just with the location being modified. And this design allows for vegetation to grow on top. And then there's another view from Mount Street, how that might look from the street level.
So the outdoor space will be significantly less than their original plan.
Yes, they still have that option to expand north.
Gotcha.
So if that continues to be modified, we'll bring that to the board for approval. So with that, staff is recommending that the case be approved in accordance with the submitted work write-up and materials.
Is there anyone here from Streamlined? Would you like to speak on this at all, or?
Only answer questions if you got them.
Okay, are there any questions, comments? I mean, it looks real nice.
Is there gonna have space for you're doing a food truck on the south side of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intention is still have that space on the
Okay.
south side for a food truck.
Motion to approve?
No, second.
All right, Matt?
All right. Tibbet,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Rashid,
Yes.
Stiniker,
Yes.
Salzer.
Yes. All right, motion passes. Thanks for coming down. All right, general discussion, case DR 2306, request for design review, CD Downtown Zoning District, construction of a new mixed-use building at 606 West Second Street Gateway Square Holding LLC petitioner.
So I apologize, I was under the impression that the applicant would be in attendance to present their concept plan, but I have not heard from them. So why don't we still have the discussion, and then I could report back your feedback to the petitioner. So just to provide an overview, so last year, the board approved the demolition of the former YMCA building. This encompasses the entire block from Gaines Street, between Gaines and Western, and then 3rd Street and 2nd. So this is a pretty prominent corner in our city, especially as you enter downtown Davenport from the Illinois side of the river. So the site's been raised, and the applicant is returning with some renderings on a new proposed apartment building. So just as a reminder, for new construction, these are really kind of our guidelines that we're reviewing. So we want to make sure that we're reinforcing a sense of historical continuity, encourage compactness, diversity and use of activities, to encourage reinvestment into the future of downtown Davenport, reinforce our unique character, require quality building materials, and then, support the economy of downtown. So today's purpose is to hold discussion and provide feedback. So this is the proposed site plan. So you're looking at a U-shaped building. So with a courtyard in the middle for parking, as well as green space. So it's a 4-story building. The top 3 levels are apartments. You do have that pocket park with the statue of Lady Germania at the corner of Gaines and 2nd. So here is the view from the southwest looking at the building. So you can see they have a tenant space on that ground floor. It looks like they're showing a restaurant here. Building materials are not called out. I believe looking at it, looks to be a brick material. That white appears to perhaps be a stone. I think that would be an appropriate material. If it's stucco or ephes, I don't think we would want that. And then they're showing some type of siding material as that dark component. Again, it's not called out, so I don't know if it's a metal panel versus a siding product. So here's the view from the other corner, the southeast. They're showing a fitness studio, so I think that might just be a placeholder. Kind of anchoring that corner. So this is the view from the northeast. This is 3rd Street. So some of those ground floor units are going to be walk-ups. So that's what they're showing there in the center. Sorry, I don't have a laser pointer. But those units would be walk-ups. So here's a view from 2nd Street, kind of looking at the courtyard. They show a sign. That's actually their dumpster enclosure. I think they do a good job of hiding it, at least, with the masonry background. They're showing a nice fencing material with brick pillars. That's the view from inside the courtyard. So they will have a parking lot. And then that first floor, it's not underground parking, but it's actually surface level parking that's enclosed. And then there's your view of the courtyard kind of looking out towards what would be the bridge and the river.
How many units?
That I don't know yet, hasn't been identified,
Okay,
but you're looking at 3 floors.
yeah.
What, like, do they know kind of, are they income-based housing apartments or?
I don't know.
Okay.
So the property has been sold, is that correct? To get to this stage?
I believe it has been sold, and this would be the developer.
I do like the idea of sticking with like the reds and tan coloring for the outside, considering the German historic building across the street is the reds and
red,
tans, and
yeah.
it kind of blends. And I feel like at least on that end of downtown, we've been kind of sticking with those. And then any trim being that black. So I feel like that would blend well. And that they actually included green space because there's next to none in terms of apartments downtown with green space.
Yep. It would be private,
Yeah.
so it'd be for the tenants.
Right.
Yeah.
But you
At least
do
they would
still
have
have,
something.
you do still have that pocket park at the corner
Mhm.
that's public.
The entire first floor is not underground, but just enclosed parking, other than the front, the fitness center and the restaurant that they showed there, whatever they're gonna put there.
Correct. So that whole first floor, you can kind of see, it's probably a little hard from this distance, but the two end caps basically at the U are tenant spaces.
And it would just be the Second Street end, that would be the, like, business opportunity, business space.
Yep, so they've chosen to basically put the commercial on Second
Yeah,
and then the
That makes
residential to the north, which I believe across the street from there is housing.
yeah.
So they're kind of keeping that a little bit more residential.
Are they just looking for us to approve this initial?
So they'll have to come back with more detailed building elevations and a more detailed site plan and landscape plan.
Okay.
Currently, it's not called out what the materials are.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely would want to know that.
So we don't know that's brick.
No, it appears to be brick.
Yeah.
Or it could be.
Again, I'm
like
guessing
this,
that the cream color is stone,
Yeah,
but for instance, if it's ephes or stucco, I don't think that would be appropriate.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I was hoping someone would be here to
Yeah.
kind of answer these questions for us.
I mean, it looks like a cool space, we need, like you said, we need their intel, so.
I think like the brick's almost like a must-have down there, just because
Yeah.
all the surrounding buildings are all brick.
I agree.
And I guess I wish, even when they tore the building down, I was like, oh, it'd be really nice if this was just like a really cool green space, and maybe it was like
Right.
maybe not a strip mall, but something like that. So like if this was me, it'd be nice to see like the area with like the statue and all that area, like more of a green space there. I'm sure that's tough for them because they want all the space they can get, but it'd be nice if that was more of a community green space as opposed to just that private green space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's pretty much just that statue and a bench.
Yeah, I think perhaps if they are able to get a restaurant and like an outdoor
Mhm.
patio there, that might activate that space a little bit more.
Yeah. And there's gonna be street parking, just on the top. Yep.
So there's no street parking on Gaines or Second.
Mhm.
On Third, there's parallel. And then on Western, there's angled. And I
Yeah, I'm
believe,
just curious about the amount of spaces per, like, unit. Because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of parking downtown anyway, and then is that gonna, are they
So-
gonna want more spaces for tenants and limit
yep, so they've
visitor
shown,
parking?
98 garage parking stalls,
Mm.
43 exterior, so those are the ones in the middle of the building.
Okay.
And then they're showing 40 on street, so those would be public.
So there is a garage in there
Spaces.
somewhere.
First floor is all garage.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Sorry.
So,
Then I'm not so
let's see if I
sorry
can.
about
Decent parking, depending on the number of units, I guess.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so downtown is exempt from parking requirements.
Mm.
I think the developer was aiming for 2 stalls per unit was their goal.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll probably come in a little under that, but
Well,
I think it looks nice. So that's the other building by the libraries where we hit on was like the recess stuff.
Yeah.
This has that, so
Yeah.
it looks nice.
well, I think it'll definitely clean up that corner a bit too.
yeah, be a good anchor for downtown.
Yeah.
Some things I wanted to point out. So just like the Main Street apartments, because that first floor is parking and it's secured, they do have a bit of a flat wall at the pedestrian level. So I think it'd be nice if they could somehow provide a little bit of detail so it's not just a flat surface
Yeah.
for a full block length.
Yeah, even some land.
Or some
landscape.
landscaping to
Yeah.
give a little bit
shrubs.
of interest.
Flowers.
So you can kind of see the view as you go down Western. So obviously they'll want security for their parking and their tenants, but
I'm curious what kind of
And like,
requirements they'll have on tenants. Like, I mean, it looks like patio area is there. And, you know, to your point, it's a very prominent space coming into town. And if you've got someone, you know, you could really, yeah, this private space, you could make it look pretty terrible in a hurry, depending on what you want to put out there. I would hope that they would police that up a little bit.
hopefully they'll treat it kind of like the Bridge Apartments in coming off 74, where they're all pretty well kept.
And these are rentals, right? Not condos to buy?
that I don't know yet.
Okay.
In terms of design review board, it wouldn't make a difference if they're rental or owner or market rate. We're just interested in the overall character.
Does this, I know it's not under our purview, but are we reaching the space or the point where we're having too many units built downtown? Do you guys ever think of that, or does,
I don't get concerned when there's density in downtown. That's the place in the city for density. And the more people that live downtown, the better our businesses
right.
will flourish. So,
so we're not at the saturation point at this point where a lot of these will be empty in a few years?
I don't have a market study to tell me that, but
Okay,
if there's interest in building a building like this, I would think there
sure.
is that interest, yeah.
They're doing the research.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I like the continuity with everything else down there. And assuming that is stone, you know, the lighter color there, I think that can kind of bring it maybe a little bit more modern than just, you know, the red brick of some of the other buildings down there. I like it.
Put a few notes. Roof design. I think they do a fairly good job at providing a little bit of variation in roof heights. It is a little flat in sections, so I don't know if that's something that we want to comment on. Another thing I was going to bring up is hiding rooftop mechanical equipment, making sure that those are screened so that you don't see them from the ground. Was another comment I was going to make.
Is there gonna be, I know that like the rooftop things have been on a trend in the apartments going in downtown. Is there gonna be any sort of rooftop outdoor space for tenants included?
Not that they've shown in terms of like a rooftop,
Yeah, terrace,
terrace. Not that I'm aware of.
deck, yeah, okay.
So any signage on the building, we'll review the type of fence material. So they're showing a nice, brick piers with, looks like a black,
The only
like wrought
other,
iron.
the only other thing I would say, and you have it at number 8, is the lighting around that block, just making sure it's well lit. If they have to add lights off the side of the building or street lights or whatever, just because that black can be a little.
Yep. So how it's lit at night is important.
Yeah.
Is there any street lighting on there right now? I guess I'm trying to picture it, but or is that part of the streetscaping or?
So, I'm not sure what's out there currently, if it's the pedestrian scale lighting versus the taller street poles. So we'll have to look into that too.
There's probably like one street light coming off the bridge there at that corner,
Yeah.
is my guess.
Yeah, I'm
But the
trying to
rest of
think
them
how
I
well
don't know.
lit that.
I know there's hanging
Pocket
baskets for flowers.
Oh, yeah.
It's not too bad.
I guess if I had to complain about something, the north side, the 3rd Street side, looks a little flat and plain there.
Yeah, that's what Matt was saying, that he might go back with adding some
Oh, yeah,
landscape.
just on that elevation there.
Okay, this one's the Third Street. Yeah, I think, any other comments you want me to report back to the developer? It will come before us again, so.
Overall, it looks nice. I
It
mean, it's
does
kinda-
look nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to hear more from them. Soon, hopefully.
Is that the east side then? You know, the side that's like kind of illuminated by the sun there?
That's western.
So that would be,
So that'd be going towards the river,
so that, it is the east side
It
of
is
the
the
building.
east side.
but
of the-
western
Western
Avenue.
Avenue.
That's the side I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
had my U shape there in the wrong space. That's the piece that I, east side, maybe, add a little something to that to kind of break it up a little bit, but
Does the other side look like that too? The Gaines side?
They didn't provide a rendering?
Oh.
Oh, I guess this might be our best view.
It's like a little bit.
So like there's, looks like there's one projection, maybe a few, maybe that's one apartment unit,
yeah, maybe there is something there. We just need a different rendering.
but yeah.
They've got lights all along there.
Yeah, so they're showing kind of the pedestrian scale lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just added those along the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than the Y.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly is.
So I think those are all the points I had to bring up. But yeah, I can report back kind of our conversation to the applicant and they'll fine tune and provide some more detail for next time.
It's exciting that, I didn't know how long it would take.
To-
Someone to snap
yeah.
that spot on.
Mhm.
Good spot.
It'll look different.
Anybody have anything else to add or?
Not here.
Do we need a motion to approve to be done? Talking about general discussion?
Maybe a motion to adjourn unless someone has anything under public comment they want to bring up.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Adjourn, motion, adjourn.
All in favor?
Yes.
All opposed, say no. All right. We'll see you guys March 27th.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.